Right, so the next step is the final work, and we got the lovely landscape with church, houses, hills, and so on. So, but let's see it. Let's go ahead together. So again, we're gonna draw the. This one has to be quite big, so it has to take the full page. We're going to leave a tiny gap in one side and the other, and a tiny gap at the end. So let's move on to the first stripe here, and the other one at the bottom. Make sure it's the same size, yeah? Then I'm going to join the two lines together. So one, if you see I left the gap here, and two. Yep, good. Right, now I'm ready to start in drawing the illustration. I'm going to start to do the tree. Yeah, the tree is kind of like an invisible line in the middle, so we have to leave, space at the bottom, and we start to touch the left hand side. So we're going to do a tree trunk, a thin tree trunk. Yeah, so going in, diagonal in, and branches. So I'm going to make one hook in the middle. Yeah, and then I'm going to make another hook on one side, and then a few branches here as well. Yep, and another few here. One and two. Now here I'm going to create bushes. So 1, 2, 1 here's all, and another one here. So they're wibbly lines here because they're bushes, so they look wibbly. Right, so that's the tree. So on here now, on the other half side of the left, we're gonna do a hill going like this. Yep. I left a tiny little gap here because that's the hand, not the hand, the arm of the boy. Now I'm ready to do the boy actually. So if you see the last branches here of your tree, yeah, is exactly where we need to leave a tiny gap and go forward, and we do another oval shape or a lemon shape without closing the top, yeah, without drawing the top, because that's the space that we need to draw the hair. Yeah, draw the shape of the hair that you want. Now in the middle we're going to do again 1, 2, 3 and 4. So eyes, nose and mouth, yeah, without being precise on drawing that. Now I'm going to do the neck, yeah, and the collar here. Now I'm going to draw the jumper. He's wearing a jumper now, so I'm going to draw 2 lines here, closing the 2 point. That's the first arm, and then I'm going to draw the other shoulder and the second arm, yeah, which is just right in the middle, yeah. Now I'm going back and I'm going to finishing to draw the jumper on the 2 sides, yeah. I'm going to do the belt and the trousers going down like this. So it looks like a skirt, but basically it's not, because in the middle we're going to redraw that shape, which makes the shape looks like a trouser now. Now in here we're going to emphasize the collars, so, and straight down. Now we're going to do the first hand and the second hand. Yep. Now from here we're ready. On the top of the right hand side we're ready to draw the lady flying in the sky. Now we do the first hand. First we draw the hand, then we draw a semicircle facing in, facing the way of where the boy is, and then we're going to draw the first arm and the shoulder like this. Now, touching the shoulder, we're going to draw another lemon shape without closing the top here, because the top is for the hair to be drawn. And we drew the hair like this, because basically she got a bun here. Now we're going to do the neck, and we drew the hair, the other arm, going nearly at the end of the other side. We curve in, and then we go back right here. And here we're going to enlarge and continue the line, and we're going to do the chest and the dress. So curve out, in and out again. Yep. Now we're going to do the collar. We're going to curve, yeah, and we're going to draw the belt, yeah. And even here for the lady, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. Now we do the other hand. Now, we are ready to draw the background now. So we're going to start from the middle. So we're going to draw a straight line, yeah, like this. It's not going to touch the arm of the boy, but it's stopping just right here. And on here, touching the branches, the last branches here, we're going to make a diagonal lines going up. And another line touching, yeah, the arm of the lady, yeah. Good. Now from here we're going to make a line, straight line, skip the boy head and go at the end of the beginning of the branch. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Skip the lady hand, and we draw another straight line just all the way down here, yeah. Don't go all the way down to the other side, but just stop right in the middle of the lady chest. Right, now we're going to draw another hill. So from here, yeah, the middle of the first hill that we did, we're going to draw a curved line. We skip the boy head, and we're going to the other side, nearly touching the arm, but not quite, yeah? Because what we're going to do from here, from the boy leg, we're going to do a diagonal line, yeah? And it's crossing the hill that we did before. And it goes just right here. It's not going to touch the hand, yeah? Make sure it's not. Now, here, in the middle, we're going to draw kind of like a river going down. But the river is going diagonal, yeah? Please make sure that it's going diagonal and not straight. It's basically going from the middle all the way down to the right-hand side. So we're going to draw a curve, skip the hand, the boy arm, and you're going, oh, make a wibbly line, kind of like a wibbly line, and we're going all the way down to the hand. Now from here we're going to leave quite a big gap, which is more or less 5 centimeters, and I'm going to make a big shape and curved line all the way up again. So if you see, here's quite tiny, yeah, I left tiny little gap, and it's enlarging at the end. Yeah, very good. Now on the side of the river, I'm going to do a circle, and on the top I'm going to make kind of like what I create here. It looks like what can we say? So an orange and a banana, yeah, or a mango shape and an orange. Right, now we can draw the house. Let's touch the other side of the river, yeah, nearly the top of the river. And we're going to do one straight line, yeah, stopping just before the arm of the lady. And we're going to do another line, which is not higher, but it's a bit shorter. And then we're going to join the line, making a diagonal line down. Now straight, and we are, if you see, you're going a little bit ahead compared to the line on the top. So it's not, you're not on the same line, is it? So because what we're going to create, that's the roof of the house, we're going to create a diagonal line going that direction, yeah? And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Yeah, we're following the same shape with it here. Yeah, and then we joined the two shapes together. And here we're gonna go straight down. Now we're ready to create the door. Another door here. If you see, the top of the door is not straight, but again it's diagonal. Now we're gonna do the window here. And the perspective of how to see an object as well. Now we're gonna do the second house. Now, before we do the second house, we're gonna do another hill. So touching nearly the end of the house, the left hand side, right hand side of the house, we're gonna draw the hill. Yeah. Now from here we're gonna make 1 and 2. Yeah. Now from this point, I'm not gonna make a straight line, but it's diagonal line going up. Yeah. And here I'm gonna make a triangle. Yeah, and a straight line on the other side. Now, diagonal line and straight. And here the other door and window. And another window. Now we have one more thing to draw, which is the church. Right, touching the two roofs of the two houses here. So nearly the end of the roof, I'm going to do a straight line, tiny little bit. On the other roof of the other house, I'm going to do another straight line. I'm going to curve, yeah, I'm going to curve the line, and I'm going to make the roof, which it goes disappearing behind the lady, and it looks like a hat. It's kind of like rounded, yeah. Now, even here, the window, they're rounded, yeah. And straight at the bottom. Now, on the other side of the lady, yeah, touching the arm, I'm going to make a cross. Right, going ahead, now we are coloring, we started coloring the amazing, lovely final work. Okay, let's do the left-hand side by using watercolor. And we start with the tree trunk. So brown, any brown you have. Okay, so voila, so let's do this. I'm going to do the branches as well. Yep, and the other side. Very good. Last two branches. 1 and 2. Now we're going to color in the bushes. Okay, now I'm going to mix the two greens together. 1 and 2. So 1 here, 1 here. Now I'm going to get a bit more water, light and dark green together. Mix, 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 and you have this lovely, lovely green. Yep. Now again. Good. Right, the last bushes. Very good. Okay, the tree is done. Now we have to do the hill. Now the two hills, what I'm doing the front one with light green. Yeah. I'm going to be coloring all of my front, my forehead, heel. Yeah, in light green. Very good. Yep. Now the back hills, I'm going to mix brown, dark brown and light brown. I'm going to probably get more light than dark. And I'm going to coloring all the other part of the hill, like this. Very good. Very, very good. Now I'm going to do this one. Again, I'm going to use, that's the other part of the hill. Remember, that's part of Chagall and our imagination, yeah? So nothing looks very realistic. Maybe just few things. And I'm going to use just very dark green to make this part in very visible and different than the other color. Right, that's good. Now I'm going to do the sky. And for the sky, actually this is still the ground. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix yellow and brown together. And I'm just coloring all of this using light brown and light green. And that's the color that I obtained. And we color that. You can have, if you mix the two colors together. Right, and this one as well. Now I'm going to do the sky. So the sky is, of course, it's blue because it's still daylight. So I'm going to use white, quite a lot of white and just a bit of blue. And I'm going to color in the sky here. So if you see, I'm using, for this side of my artwork, I'm using watercolor. For the other part, the other side, I'm going to use felt pen. Right. For this tiny triangle here, this shape here, I'm going to use dark blue. And you can play with water as well. Yeah. Good. Very good. All right, now we have the boy left, and I'm going to use black for the hair, and brownish color, brown and white for the face, the neck, and the hand. So in between the two legs, this one has to be done in green. Now, what I'm going to do, back to the jumper, I'm going to mix orange, dark orange and red together. And that's the color that I'm going to have. Yeah. And these one too. Yep, very good. Now for the color, I'm going to use the blue. Okay, good. Now we're moving on to the belt. I'm going to do the belt in brown. So I'm going to use light brown and black. Make sure that your paintbrush is not too wet. That's what happened to me. That's why this one happened to me. For the trousers, I'm going to use blue. Just blue, dark blue. For the trousers to be quite visible, yeah? Very good. Good. Right, now we're moving on to the other side. We finished to use the watercolor pencil, the watercolor paint, and we move on to felt pen again. And we are carrying to the sky. So the sky, I want the sky to be light blue and dark blue. Okay, so I'm going to start with dark blue. And I'm going to color in that shape in dark blue first. I love to do the river. So because we use blue and light blue and dark blue for the sky, high, I will probably avoid to use both of them, but I'm going to use instead light green. Yeah, I'm going to use those two colors, light green and light blue. Good, that's better now. Right, now we're going to do the other side using the middle green, which is not dark, it's not light, but it's the middle one, the medium. And I start coloring the gap of the ground. Yeah, let's define the ground, just one side here, and the hill as well. So this one is the other hill. Yep, right, and this one as well. So take your time on doing that. Yeah, relax, enjoy it. Do some experimentation as well. So experiment with different materials. That's what Chagall used to do. He didn't like to use just one technique or one materials, but different one. Yeah, so do whatever you want and share your artwork on my Facebook page. Please do it. Yeah, it's quite important. It's important for me to see what you're doing, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what we're doing together. Please give me your feedback. I really appreciate it. You know, having feedback is always important to improve, yeah, to do better, yeah, because we can make mistakes. Now for the houses, I think I'm going to leave it. No, maybe not. I think it's nice to color in them. And I'm going to use red for the roof. Yes, I'm going to use my red for this roof here. Okay, so I'm going to color in. I'm going to use dark red, yeah? And I'm just going to do the roof in red. Yeah, and here. Good. Right, now the other roof, I'm going to use, what color can I use for my other one? I got plenty of color, but I can easily get confused. Maybe I'm going to use dark yellow. So the other side of the roof, it can be done with yellow. It looks like a light yellow, to be honest. But it's fine. Now what we have to do, I'm going to leave the church in white. I'm not going to color in that, and what I'm doing instead, I'm going to color in the windows and the doors, and for that I'm using black, just black. So I'm starting to fill in the gaps inside the window, inside each windows, doors. Yep. So each individual window. Make sure that you keep the line straight. You're not going to color in the outline. Yeah, and then here. Very good. And we do this door. This is a door as well. Yeah, so here and here. You can see, yep, that's better. And here as well. Now I'm going to emphasize the cross on the top. Yep. Right, now I'm going to do a few more things before we're coming at the end of our lesson, yeah? So I'm going to basically carry on with a black pen, yeah? Felt pen. And I'm going to, when I use the watercolors, I'm going to emphasize the line again, yeah? Because the watercolors, they cover my black lines, and I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to go over every single shapes of my artwork. Right, okay, so that's the artwork that we create together, so I hope you enjoy it. So that's the final result, which I think is quite nice. It looks pretty well, so that's the final work. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you understand more or less how to create an illustration. So you first need to create few little vignettes, a few little squares that give you an idea about how the story needs to look like, yeah, dividing the story as well. And then you have to do the final one that describes the end of your story, yeah. So that's what we did together so far. Right, so I wish you to have, let me see what time it is. So it's 6:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to make my dinner. So me or my boyfriend, let's see who's going to cook tonight. Let me see what you're going to have for dinner, and let me see please what you are going to make as an illustration. So you can copy my one or you can do your own one, but please share your artwork on my Facebook page, but also give me feedback. Your feedback is very important to me, so please do it, yeah? Negative and positive, they're all fine to me. Right, so enjoy your evening. Bye. Kiss.